Welcome back to our second part of our TDR Cycle 9 reunion. This queen is a Brazilian bombshell and showed us that a little goes a long way in creative ingenuity. Give it up for Clinker!
Hi there, here's Clinker, your beautiful, great, and talented Brazilian queen from Tumblr Drag Race Cycle 9, and I'm here to answer some questions for the reunion. Do you like my crown? I'm not in the fucking top 3, but I have a beautiful crown and feathers. Okay, let's move on to the questions.
Clinker, you have an impressive creative savvy and you showed us that a little goes a long way in terms of creating an outfit almost out of nothing. Now, I watched your Instagram throughout the competition and I'd like to say that congratulations on how much you progressed and improved throughout this entire experience. What challenge would you have slain at in this competition and why?
Thank you so much. This means a lot. Well, I don't want to think about it, but I would have loved to do that challenge when the queens had to get their biggest fears, you know. By the way, I love Sugar's look, you know, like the clown look. I loved it. I'm like kind of inspired, like the white face, clownish. But I think I wouldn't do great, but I would have loved to do. Because I don't think I would do great because my biggest fear is cockroaches. And I would never do something with cockroaches because I'm fucking afraid of them. And I would never do something with them. So I would lip sync again as every week I was in. And I would kill it.
Miss Clinker, I want to know, what does Clinker mean? What is the origin of Clinker? And for my own selfish reasons, can you say, please come to Brazil?
My boy name is João Pedro Clinkerfus. João Pedro is a very popular name here in Brazil. João is like John and Pedro is like Peter. So it's like a very common name. And Clinker is part of my last name, Clinkerfus. So I was like, I don't want to get a girl name because Clinker is not really like a girl or a boy. I really like this gender fluid thing that my drag has. So I was like, okay, I need to do something that is very unique, is very me, and has no gender. So Clinker, I think, was the perfect name because it's not a girl or a boy. It's Clinker. And a funny thing is that the word "the" in Brazil, we have the feminine thing and the masculine thing. For men we say o, and for girls we say a. So it's not going to be a Clinker or o Clinker. It's just Clinker. So yeah, this is where my name came from. Can you say, please come to Brazil? Bitch, I don't want you here, but girl, come to Brazil!
Clinker, as TDR's first Brazilian queen, do you feel there were any difficulties based on where you lived, such as access to materials or differences in aesthetic?
Well, I don't think so, because, okay, I have a short access to materials, not because I live in Brazil, but because I live in a very small town called Rondonópolis, and it's like in the middle of South America. It's like a really small town and has nothing for me to wear, so I basically do my stuff out of trash. You see, this outfit is pure trash that I turn into treasure, and I don't think that it was something that how can I say, it gave me some difficulties, but I do feel like my aesthetic is really me, like all my culture, Brazilian things, things from my own town, things from my family, native Brazilian stuff I got with myself, with the references that I have from pop culture. So I don't have only Brazilian references, I have American references, British references, Asian references, so I don't think it prejudiced my whole aesthetic. So yeah, that's what I think.
Clinker, do you think that because you're from Brazil that helped you or hindered you in the cycle?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it was really cool to have a Latin queen in the competition that is not a Spanish speaker, but Well, this is great. This is so great to be Brazilian and to be representing my country in this competition. And I wish more Brazilian queens would be in this competition because Brazil has great drag. And I think the only reason why there isn't many Brazilian queens in this competition is because of the language barrier. Because here in Brazil, we're not stimulated to learn how to speak English. I speak English very well because I studied a lot. But in Brazil, there are only few people who speak English. So I think that's why there's not a lot of Brazilian queens. And there's not a barrier for me in this competition. Brazil is great, and I think I showed it. I showed a lot of great things about Brazil in my looks. I wish I had more time to show more. And yes, next question.
Clinker, we know that you love to lip sync, and you're a wonderful lip sync artist. Which sister would you have most liked to lip sync against if you had the opportunity?
Well, I would have loved to lip sync against Lexi because that bitch won so many challenges. I really wanted to win against her in something, and I think lip syncing would be the only way. But quite frankly, I would have loved to get to the top 3, being in the bottom every single week, like lip syncing every single time. I would have sent all of these bitches home. I still don't know why I was sent home against Sugar. I love her. Her looks were great. I've already mentioned one of her looks that I loved, and I do think she deserves to stay more than I did. But I won that lip sync. Okay? Okay. She deserves to be the top 4 more than me. Sure. But I won the lip sync. Pokemon is my life. Oh, okay. Now I have fan questions. I have fans. Yay.
Anonymous wants to know, what other contestant were you closest to during the competition?
I don't think we're close to anyone because I had to be in school all day and I wouldn't have time to chat with the girls, and I was very alone. Not alone because they were always there. But yeah, I don't think I connected to any of the girls very much. But I love their work and I follow them on Instagram. I love to see what they're doing, and I wish I had more time to be with them, and I wish I could be friends with them. That would be cool.
Anonymous wants to know, who from the competition would you kai-kai with?
Well, I'm a whore, so I would probably fuck all of you. But, oh my goodness. The person that I would most love to fuck, is not a contestant. I would love to kai-kai with Lila. That host, fucking gosh, you're so hot. If you had gave me that crown, I would fuck you. I mean, I would fuck you anytime. Just call me.
Anonymous wants to know, which judge was your favorite and which one gave the best advice?
I never hid that Tony A. Ward was the best judge for me because I think that his critiques were always great and I could get a lot from that, and I think that I could really use his critiques to evolve as a queen. And he was also really close to the queens, at least he was close to me, and he would always give me advice while I was doing the challenges. So yes, Tony, love you, girl.
This one's from Anonymous. What would you have changed, if anything, during your time in the competition?
Well, I thought about it, and there's a funny story. So, there's this girl, and I don't know her name, but she was doing reviews of our looks. Okay, I remember, Maya Monet. She's gorgeous, I like her. And she was do the reveals, and every time she was going to reveal my looks, she would be like, okay, this is the same silhouette as the Clinker silhouette. Legs all the way up to her ass, a top, and a cute hair. Just this, body yaddy, not much clothing. And I think I would have worn less clothing. Okay? I'm not gonna change my style. Girl. But yeah, if I was going to change something in competition, I would probably change out some of my looks, some of my silhouettes, because they were always the same. It was like 2 pieces and some train, some flowy thing, some cute accessories, and not much. I was really a trashy queen, so I would have changed that.
This anonymous asker does not have an actual question. They're saying, show something you didn't get a chance to wear during your time in the competition that you would have liked to wear.
Ooh, to be quite honest, I would have to make all of my looks for the competition, and all the stuff that I've worn was really simple, but I think I have a dress I would have loved to wear. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so what I would have loved to wear is this big piece that I've made. Let me get this right now. It's this piece that I've made myself. It's really beautiful. I would wear it with like a jumpsuit or a cat suit. It's just so gorgeous, and it has this big sleeves that I like to wear them as like wings, you know, really graceful. And he has also this beautiful train here that is see-through and has flowers as print, and I would wear it with a beautiful flower crown. So I think it would have looked really, really cute. So yeah, I would have loved to show this, but I guess someday I will wear it. So that's it. Ooh. And oh, there's one more thing that I would have loved to wear, and are these shoes. These shoes here. They're so gorgeous. They're like red. I don't know if this camera is getting how beautiful the red is. It's like sparkly red shoe. It looks like a Dorothy's shoe, you know, like the ruby shoe. And I love it. It hurts my feet so much, but I love it. I think it's a cute shoe. I could wear it like on the top of my hat.
Anonymous wants to know, whose team are you on for the finale?
Lex's, I guess. She's great. Guys, I really wanted to thank you for the opportunity of having me, or the opportunity that I received being on this competition. I got the opportunity to show what Brazil is made of, like that Brazil has fierce bitches. I got to show who I am, kinda. I wish I had shown myself better to the world, but I really want to thank y'all for this opportunity, and I love it so much. I lived for my lip syncs, like to be lip syncing and competing. That was great, and you guys made me evolve so much. Like, look at this. The wig is crazy and bright. The makeup looks like conceptual. I have an entire look. I made this headpiece myself. Work. So thank you so much. That's basically the only thing I have to say, because it's true. I really want to thank you. Thank you. Ciao. Bye from Brazil. And work.
This queen shines like a rhinestone on a wig. Give it up for Opal Essence.
Hi, I'm Opal Essence, formerly known as Ebony Boss, and welcome to the TDR Cycle 9 reunion. Let's get this started.
For me, Opal, one of the most scariest and dramatic parts of this cycle was your pairing with Daddy Dearest during the Pokemon Challenge. Now, with that being said, did that pressure help you progress a lot more? Say that pressure turned you into an Opal?
I do think the pressure really did help me grow. I think it was a rude awakening, because I did think I was pretty good in the competition and was getting judged unfairly, but then when I saw somebody else's from the competition's point of view, it showed that maybe I was not looking into the critiques as much as I should. Maybe I wasn't taking it as far as I should, and I think it did help me. So thank you, Daddy.
So Opal, I was really sad we didn't get to see a lot of your own personal designs, being that you're in fashion school, and I wanted to know if you had to be in a work study with any designer, who would it be and why?
Definitely Marco Marco, my favorite designer in the whole world. I'm not a big underwear design person, but I do love how he brings in the LGBT community, and his shows are so creative and they're so out there. I really want to work with Marco Marco, and I think it will happen one day.
Opal Essence, you are currently in school for fashion design. How has the knowledge/skill set you've learned in class translated to your drag?
I'm just taking basic classes right now, so I think it has shown me like how to use certain things into fashion, into my drag, but I don't think a lot of it has come through yet because I just am a freshman, well now going to be a sophomore. And I think that I have a lot more room to grow with my fashion courses now as I'm advancing in them.
Ebony, you showed so much growth over the cycle that you didn't show in other drag races. How do you feel TDR stacks up against other drag races that you've been in?
Honestly, TDR was one of my favorite to compete in. It was a lot more welcoming, there was a lot less like cutthroatness, and I think it was a lot more fun. The challenges were more creative, they pushed me more, and I made it past week 1, so it's gotta say something, because I always get eliminated first.
Ebony, since TDR, we've seen you getting gigs and turning some serious looks. Do you think you'd have excelled more on a later cycle, or do you feel that this was a very good push to get you going in your drag career?
I think both are correct. I think I am going to audition for a later cycle if they have the alumni spot, and I will make it, probably, hopefully, make it onto All-Stars 3. So I will be back. Don't think that. I'm coming back to show I have grown. But I think it was a good push, and it has helped me in a lot of ways.
This is from Anonymous for Ebony/Opal. What did you learn from this competition, and how will you apply that to your drag persona going forward?
I learned that I have a lot of polishing to do, and I think this competition and the critiques that people gave me have really set a fire under me to make me want to work harder, to make me move a little faster, and to make me try even more.
Anonymous wants to know, what other contestant were you closest to during the competition?
That's really hard to say, as I didn't really get a lot closer to the contestants. I feel like I got close to Letha and Tony, but if I had to pick a contestant, it would be Dottie.
Anonymous wants to know, who from the competition would you kai-kai with?
That's hard, but I think Lexi.
Anonymous wants to know, which judge was your favorite and which one gave the best advice?
I think the one that gave the best advice would be Lila, and my favorite judge to look at is Gluttony, and my favorite judge that helped me was Tony.
This one's from Anonymous. What would you have changed, if anything, during your time in the competition?
I think I wouldn't have given up on the last week I got eliminated. If you don't know, I did give up. I didn't try as hard as I probably should, and it was a very hard week for me because I was coming back home, so I had to unpack and do all that, and I had a less time, so I just kind of gave up and let my worst side get the best of me.
This Anonymous asker does not have an actual question. They're saying, show something you didn't get a chance to wear during your time in the competition that you would have liked to wear.
So this is a outfit I just made for another competition thing, and it is a cloud-inspired outfit, and I would like to wear something like this if I was in TDR again, because I think it really pushed my creative boundaries and it really shows something different for me.
Anonymous wants to know, whose team are you on for the finale?
It's definitely between Annalise and Lexi. I'm leaning more towards Lexi because of the looks she served and how iconic they have been, but I think Annalise has delivered more in the challenges and has been more of an open-armed person. Thank you so much to everybody who supported me in this adventure. This isn't the last of me on this competition, you'll see me more. And thank you to the judges for believing in me even when I couldn't. And thank you to Daddy for pushing me farther than I ever thought I would be. Goodbye.
That is the end of our second part of our reunion. Thank you so much, Clinker and Ebony, also known as Opal. I keep saying that, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Opal. Now, part 3 is coming up, and honey, this is going to be the best part, where the top 7 will spill the tea and give you a little bit of insight into their final moments in this competition. We'll see you in a bit. Don't sashay away!